Hello and welcome to Gamepad Inc. I am Nate, and today we're going to play Hacknet. This is a fictional hacking game of a sort. It's the first I've ever played. I am not a hacker. I'm going to be really upfront about that. Not in the sense that I need to convince anybody of my innocence, but more in the sense that I don't know the first thing about programming practically. I used to kind of mess around with some DOS prompts back in the day, and that's about as much as I've ever done. So I've been playing this game for an hour or so. I've gotten a little bit familiar with the systems, enough that I can actually, I think, not embarrass myself here moment to moment, but it's still a bit of a complicated game. It's not a graphically intensive game of any kind. I mean, you're looking at what we're talking about. This is the game. The game is a bunch of terminals, a bunch of computers you're supposedly connecting to and trying to hack for systems. So the story of this game, as I've seen it so far, is that I've got a buddy who's in trouble and needs me to kind of infiltrate this hacker group. And I've done that. I'm taking on some jobs. I basically have a quest-giving hacker group that I'm working with right now. So I'm going to go do a couple jobs and then move on to the next kind of story beat, and hopefully that is a thing we can do. I don't know. What you're looking at down here on the bottom are the different computers that I've connected to over the course of my hour or so, maybe hour or two of play. My computer is the green one. We've got a whole bunch of other ones that I've been mucking around with through a variety of like tutorials, missions, and those quests that I've gone on. I'm gonna log into a couple real quick and just get some shells up and running. So what you're looking at right here is me typing into the right hand side there some commands that I've learned, and this is it. I mean, this is the game. You kind of they teach you a little bit of this. They definitely don't. They hold your hand to some extent, but they don't explain everything to you. If you're not fairly familiar with some basic, changing of directories and that kind of stuff through terminal prompt like this, command prompt, then you're not maybe gonna want to jump into this. But for those of you who are a bit more tech savvy, and certainly if you're a programmer, you'll feel right at home, or at least will fairly quickly. So what I've just done there is I've connected to a couple PCs that I've previously gained access to, and set up some shells so that I can use them to hack other computers. And I'm also going through, and as I'm doing this, just clearing up the logs. This is something the game keeps reminding me of to do, and I guess is a best practice for a hacker, is to clear the logs, kind of like wipe any trace of your presence on that computer. So I've done that on those. I don't know if that actually has a repercussion in the game or not. So this is the group that I have infiltrated, or joined, I guess. Entropy. There's a message board group here where I can pick up a new job. But before that, I want to make sure I'm not... Okay, yes, okay. So that's I've got a little email client I can read. That's how I connect to my buddy and to this group. Let's see, we've got an illegal clone of Enlightened. These are the quests that I can go on, or the jobs, the contracts that I can take. Legal clone of an Enlightened interactive product. A direct and unaltered clone of this company's product has shown up on the market, giving the pirates profits for work that is not theirs. Take care of their offensive party. Oh, mission unavailable. Complete existing contracts. Do I have an existing contract already? I guess you know what? I had thought that I could just go ahead and play some of those previous contracts. I guess I can't. So I've done a lot of those, maybe 4 or 5, and now I'm jumping into this other thing. I guess that's unfortunate. I'd hope to start basics. This is now saying that we've got a new hacker, goes by the name of NAIX, who is a bit aggressive and has stolen a bunch of stuff from Macrosoft. I don't know why that name rings a bell. I can't place it. But anyways, we're trying to... Entropy is seemingly a do-good hacking group. Or so they say. So we want to delete what he stole. They've given us the IP, and the archive should be on that node somewhere. A recently required program has been added to the asset server to aid in this task. So I'm going to add his IP to my list of computers down here, which is this one now. It also mentions that there's a new program on the asset server. This is a server that I've connected to a couple times now. So I'm going to go in here, the file system. And you can, I'm controlling this through the mouse interface here, but like you can just as easily go, cd, go to the main directory here and cd log or cd bin. And what's the new? Okay, so we're looking for. Ooh, there are some new things here. So I want to get local copies of these SMTP overflow programs. I don't know if they're just copies of one another or if they're actually different, but I'm going to grab a few of them. So .exe, just in case. Okay, so I'm typing into the bottom right-hand corner. That's my terminal. Over here on the left-hand side of the shells that I've set up, and I can use those to access different computers. Hopefully we'll run into one of those computers, try to gain access to them. There's this, depending on what kind of security each computer has, you might have to do different things. And again, none of this stuff came naturally to me. I had to kind of go through the tutorial and piece some things together. It's not quite as guided as I would have expected, but the sense of reward for figuring these things out is larger as a result. So, anyways, we've got the program we need now. Just to be tidy, let's go ahead and clean up these logs. And we can disconnect from the asset server. So now it wants us to go to this guy, the proxy node. I'm a little bit worried about this because this guy said he's a bit more. This guy's an actual hacker, so he might be trying. He might attack us. I don't know. I've had a couple jobs where I've been traced during my hack, and that's been a little bit harrowing. So I don't know what's going to happen if I actually try to go after this hacker. So we just want to delete the logs. We need to delete the internal data that he stole. Okay. So I think what's going to happen here. So this is the system that we need to connect to. I can't just log in because I don't have any kind of credentials. But we can probe the system without being an admin. And you can see there's all sorts of things. There's a bunch of different ports that we're looking at here. Also, there's a proxy enabled, which is that big orange bar up here. This thing says I need to get 3 ports in order for me to crack it open. This will be my first 3-port crack. I'm laughing because I'm using terminology. I have no idea what it really means, but it makes sense in the context of these games, or this game. So anyways, let's go ahead and overload this proxy, which is the first thing we need to do. Oh crap, and we've already got a trace going. Okay, so we gotta be fast here. So I'm going to try to shut down, I'm gonna try to get access to one of these ports by using an SSH crack here on the SSH ports. And then I also need to run the FTP bounce on the 21 port. And then also, let's go ahead and run that overflow on the 25 port. There's a lot of stuff happening over here on the left-hand side. Basically, these are little programs that I'm running to gain access here. I've opened up one port already. Got 2 more programs running. I've got a little bit of RAM left on my own machine, but we're running out of time. This is not good. So proxies bypassed, we're in. So now I need a port hack. This is taking forever. We're already getting traced. Okay, so we're in. So I need to view file system. I need to get this thing. So we need to SCP that Microsoft thing. So we're getting a local copy of that RAR file that he has. Is there anything else interesting in here that I want to grab? Doesn't look like it. Let's clear the logs and get the heck out. That was actually really fast. Usually there's like emails and ICQ, IRC chat that you want to go through as well, but not this time. This time it's just in and out. So that's awesome. So we just did that. We just got a local copy, and if I go back to my computer, look at my file system, my home, you'll see I've got a copy here of that internal RAID archive. So I deleted that on his. Did I delete that on his? I forget if I was supposed to delete or just grab a copy. Oh man, So I didn't do it enough. I have to do it again. I just got a copy. I was supposed to delete it. Son of a gun. Hopefully... Okay, we got this all over again. So again, I'm using an SSH crack program to clear out that port 22. Then I'm gonna run the FTP bounce on port 21. And that's nearing the max. Okay, so now I can SMTP on the 25 port. So what I'm doing, each one of those programs I've got, and I've gotten a couple of them, I've kind of accrued a bunch of them over the course of a few jobs. Each one of those can take down a certain type of port, and as you can see, it's running through. That one's going to work on the SMTP mail server, and now we're in. Now I got to hack the ports, and my God, I can't believe we're doing this again. This should be easy though. So I'm just going to get into the file system. Oh, I want to scan the network. You can do that to find other computers on the same network. So I'm going to clear that folder, delete that file rather, and it's done. So now I'm going to clear my logs one more time. You see I'm getting emails, which usually means, hey, you did a good job. We're done here. Oh God, he's emailing me. Nake says you can just screw with my stuff and leave it at the comments. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's not good. Say goodbye to my X server. I don't know what X. Oh God. Huh? I don't. What do I do? I got a guy coming into my own. Did I trap them? I don't know what's I don't know what happened. This is the game, right? Yes. Wouldn't be the first time that I blue screen a game, or a computer rather. So I wasn't sure. I think we're still in the game. I don't know what I don't know what those traps do. Unable to load system file server.sys. Oh no. He's deleted my xserver.sys file. Or he or she, I don't. So I have to find a new one in the logs? I have to go through it and try to figure. This is new. I've not run into anything like this before. I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know if I screwed up. I have a command that would have let me shut down my system. I definitely should have used that. So locate and restore a valid X server file in sys folder to restore UX functionality. Consider examining reports and logs. Let's find the cause. So we don't have any UX right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. So now you have to use your commands. Oh God. So there are helps systems. So like, you could, if you wanted to, you could kind of look through these and kind of figure out what the commands are. This is crazy. This is a game right now. I've not seen anything like this. I know there's like a genre of these games out there at this point. I have not played any of them, clearly. But this is my first foray into this genre. I think it's a really cool thing. I'm not a programmer. I'm a noob when it comes to this stuff, but I think it's really and it may be that I can't appreciate these things on a level that a lot of the programmers, a lot of you guys who are more technically savvy out there can. But I still think it's a really great thing that there's different types of games like this out here now. Anyways, I'm just talking. Let's try to figure out. So I want to go to the logs, to find out what's going on in here. So, oh God, we got a bunch of logs. So I got his IP address. So it says that there was a connection. So 42.225.146 is my own IP. This guy is at 150.253.191.10. I'm writing this down so that I can potentially connect to it later. So he deleted my file xserver.sys, which caused a crash. So what I don't know is how to get that file back. He just deleted it. So maybe I can... Can I connect to him and get it back? But I don't have any. I'm connected to his computer, but I don't know what. Oh man, I'm still locked out right now, and I don't have any shells. So oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna disconnect again. I'm gonna connect to my own computer. This is crazy. So how do I get back? I want to go to sys. Oh, cd.sys. cd sys. Is there anything in here? Nope. It's gone. It's gone. Boy. He didn't move it. Right? I don't know how to restore functionality. And I certainly don't know how to run shells. I don't know how to access his computer without disabling his. Well, maybe I can. Can I run a shell on my own computer? And then, yeah, it's already running a shell. I just. This is bad. This is bad, man. Oh man, this is gonna be a boring quick look here if I can't figure out what to do. He killed my UX. So how do I get my UX back? How do I get my UX back? I can reboot. I can, let's see what else we got. Help to. I can open the CD tray. That'll do it. Yeah. Nothing really great. Clears the terminal. Okay, we're gonna try to log back into him. So actually, let's disconnect here. I'll connect to him. And then we're gonna probe to see what's going on with that. So he's got, it doesn't look like he's got a proxy running anymore. I just need to open up one port to get access to him again. So I can SSH crack 22. Is it clear? Okay, complete. So now I can just port hack, right? I hope people are still watching this. I'm like, my heart's almost pounding here, just, and all I'm looking at is just black DOS prompt. We got disconnected. Well, wait a minute. What? We're in. We're in. So what I want is a sys file. So I'm gonna is SCP, is that what it is? Is it? Yeah, SCP sys X server. Cool. So it went to my sys folder, so we should be able to reboot now. This is crazy. We're grabbing his X server.sys file in the hopes that it's going to let us boot up our own computer and get our UX back. It's pretty nuts. I think that's what I'm doing anyways. Let's see what else he's got in here. Get out! That's awesome. So I'm in a proxy machine, not his actual box, but that's pretty funny. Bin? Is there anything in here? Web server worm. Oh man, I guess I should copy that, but and just never open it. That's a new one. That might come in handy at some point. Can I run web server worm on his machine? No port number. So, I mean, at this point, if I do this to him, it's kind of being a dick, because the only thing he did was screw me over after I screwed him over. Let's do it, though. Let's see what happens. He's not going to be happy. Is it doing anything? We found his root gateway. We found his actual PC. Okay, I'm copying that down. And I'm going to do one last thing here, which is, of course, clear the log. Wow, okay, so we got this is fascinating to me. This is probably boring 90% of the viewers on this. I'm sorry, guys, but I think this is cool. So what I'm going to do is reboot here and see if I can't get my UX back. If we do, we're going to go after this guy. Yeah, we got our UX graphics back, it says. Well, this is different. These are his UX graphics. Or hers. We don't know. This is hilarious. Oh man, this game just... I'm like in love all of a sudden. Okay, so... Wow. Wow, okay, so everything's a little bit turned around here. Let's go ahead and get some shells up just so we have them. Oh, it's so much easier now. I hope everybody's, at least I hope someone's been able to follow along with what's going on here. I actually recorded a video of me playing the tutorial, but it was so horribly stilted since I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Again, it took me a little while to get comfortable with this. Everything you're seeing is things I've learned in like an hour, so it's not the learning curve is real, but it's not out of control. Okay, so we got 3 shells. I liked my UX better, man. I really did. But now we deleted that thing, so I can reply to this and say I'm done, I think. So hopefully that will do. It appears as though you have completed the requested task, at least at cursory look. However, this community's profile will remain a little civilized for some time longer. Well, the job appears to be done for now. I'm not entirely convinced that there are no other copies. I'd expect to hear something. Yeah, I mean, I grabbed a copy. Here's something about it being deleted from one of the Hacker IRC channels I auto in, but nothing so far. Hopefully, it's a delayed reaction or something they're trying to cover up. If you'd like to poke around a little more, be my guest. In the meantime, this is something you could give me a hand with. Someone on those channels has been talking about the job you were investigating. Says he got the IP, the server the files were taken from. Could you see if you could get it for me? Just reply to this with IP as additional text. I ran a sample track on him. Also, it could be. Looks like it could. It looks like the data will be where I linked. So we've got a new box to figure out. It does look like our options for taking contracts have kind of dried up. Yeah, it's still not letting us go back and do those. So back on these machines. So now that I got my UX back, I don't have to worry about copying things down. this is that proxy we just logged into to grab our UX back. This is the computer that I want to say is Nake's his main system. Maybe I'm not so smart. Maybe that was actually in that original email. Yeah, that's his original. So that's actually information I already knew. No, wait, it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's a little bit different. This is the one we logged into initially to steal the thing. This is the one we logged back in to get it back. And this is the one... Ooh, I don't know if I... why not? So he's got a proxy up, and he's gonna kill us. He's totally gonna kill us. I should have gotten one more shell, but... So I'm waiting for this proxy to finish up here. I'm hacking this dude, I think. Maybe. Okay, I gotta get ready with my SSH. I'm gonna crack... Okay, proxy's down. FTP. And then SMT 25. Oh, didn't have enough memory. So like everything I'm running over here is consuming my computer's memory. So I've got these little shells running, and these are the programs are consuming. You can see that I'm totally tapping out my max here. Okay, so we are in. We don't have much time. We're almost in, rather. Oh god. No, I should have scanned. Okay. Home. Oh god. I'm terrified. Admission letter. We gotta go back there. I should have just copied everything. He had a server there. Wait, are we in? I thought I disconnected, but how come I'm not interesting? Okay, we're in. We have access now. I'm gonna turn his computer into a shell. Take that, buddy. Okay, so now we got all sorts of stuff. He's got a pirate cart. He's got that Microsoft internal RAID. He's got a copy here. So he wants to get access to all these plugins. I wonder if he's got a bunch of other stuff. He's got a contract. Let's see. So he's running a few scams here. I'm gonna delete this thing. Oh, that's my copy of my X server. Oh, okay. I don't want to delete that. I want an SCP of this thingamajig. Okay. So if I want to, I can go back and use mine now. That's great. I can rename the one I just downloaded as the default one, and I can now boot up with my better preferred UX. What I'm going to do, though, since this guy screwed me over, is screw him over again. Delete that content. So he doesn't have anything new that I don't have. Okay, we're done here. And that's it. That's some vengeance. I don't know if I'm gonna run into that guy again in the future. I don't know what's gonna happen. That whole hacking of my own system and having to reboot and get back the UX, that just blew my mind. I can't believe I actually succeeded in getting that back. That's a single mission. I don't know how long this game is. I don't know where we're going. I really don't have a real sense of what the story is about, if anything. All I know is I am a badass hacker. And if you mess with the best, you die like the rest. That's all I know. So I'm gonna call this it here. We're gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna go full-time hacking because obviously I have the skills to pay the bills. But in the meantime, you're welcome to go to GamepadInc.com and check out my webcomic review of this game and every other game that I play. You can, of course, subscribe to us here on YouTube, follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and reach me anytime on any one of those channels. And I will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.